going to be telling you all about our amazing product and our incredible business opportunity too. We've got some lovely speakers lined up this evening, so we hope that you enjoy it. And up first, we're going to have our lovely Paula, who is a complete expert in all of our products.
So, thanks, Sarah. Hi everyone, as Sarah said, my name's Paula and I want to share with you our wonderful, wonderful Juice Plus products. Now, I came across these products 6 years ago now, and at first I remember thinking, do you know what, I'm really healthy anyway, I don't need any extra nutrition in my body. But then I heard about a presentation like I'm going to share with you tonight, and I heard other stories of people sharing their amazing, amazing health benefits. And I just thought, you know what, this makes perfect sense. I've got to give them a go. Fruits and vegetables in capsules. I've got nothing to lose. And I remember taking them, just feeling, not that much was going to happen, and all of a sudden I just got all this energy, and I was just like, wow, God, they really, really work. And 6 years later, I absolutely love them. I'm totally obsessed with the products. I'm obsessed with how great they make me feel. I haven't had one day sick since I started taking them. And I used to be the kind of person who was always, picking up the odd colds here and there and whatever else was going around. And I am full of energy every single day, and I feel better than what I did, 20 years ago. I absolutely love them. So let me get started with just sharing the products with you. Is there a slide there, James, please? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we have got, first of all, I'll talk to you about, well, all of our products are plant-based, all made by with fruits and vegetables, all completely natural, and all just help our bodies to be healthy. We know at the moment that we need to be the healthiest we can be to, try and keep away from this virus that's going around. We need to keep our immune system strong. And the more fruits and vegetables we eat, the healthier we are going to be. So if you just move on to the next slide, please, James. So you can see here that not enough people eat fruits and vegetables. The more fruits and vegetables we eat, the healthier we are. And you can see here that, nearly 90% of adults are not having enough vegetables. Almost 60% are not having enough fruits. And getting to the kids, it's even worse. Like 96% of kids not getting enough vegetables, and 70% of youngsters. So this is where Juice Plus capsules come in really perfectly. They're absolute genius, because they help to bridge the gap between what we should eat and what we are eating. I always get the wrong way around, but basically they give us what we should be eating. So thanks, James. So with our capsules, we get 30 raw fruits, vegetables and berries. So you can see here with the fruits, you've got 10 fruits, and it's called whole food because you're getting the whole food. So in these little capsules here, which you take 2 of each every single day, you're getting all the nutrition from all of those fruits that you can see listed there. So say, for example, like the orange, as I said, it's the whole food. So you're not just getting, the orange bit inside, you're getting the whole peel, you're getting all the, every bit of the orange, and that's bit that's got more nutrition. So the peel has got more nutrition than the actual orange, so you're getting all of that. The same with the pineapple, you're getting all of the pineapple, and so on. So you're getting full nutrition there. You're getting down to the coming down to the vegetables here. 10 vegetables every single day. Broccoli, kale, cabbage, spinach, all the things that have just got the, really high level of nutrition in. And, when was the last, there they are. And when was the last time you could say, I had broccoli every day, I had kale every day. And so basically when you're not having them, you're not getting the nutrition. So when you're having these every single day at a cellular level, you're getting all the nutrition. So going down to the berries, now we all know berries are just jam-packed full of antioxidants and phytonutrients, all the things that help to not just keep us healthy, but help to prevent premature aging, help to strengthen our immune system, and help to, you know, give us good skin and hair and nails and energy, everything. So we've got 10 berries here, and you're getting berries that you've probably, I can guarantee you're not eating every single day, and probably you've not even heard half of them. So, you know, every single day in your body, you're getting bilberries, blueberries, blackberries, elderberries, and so on, and all the, you know, wonderful nutrition that's inside them. So thanks, James. So you can see here, this is Bill, our cranberry grower. We have farms all over the world that, you know, just specially picked by us for their quality. And all of our fruits and vegetables and berries are grown to their optimal ripeness. So basically, they're not picked a few weeks in advance, like the ones that you see in our supermarkets. And obviously they have to be picked earlier because they've got to be transported across the country or the world or wherever they're going to go. They've got to, you know, not go off while they're sitting in a supermarket and for a few days at home. So they have to pick them earlier, so they haven't got the full nutrition in. With ours, they're picked at their, you know, full peak ripeness, so they've got all of the wonderful nutrients inside, all the micronutrients, phytochemicals, and everything. They're juiced at a speed that keeps the nutrition in. They're then dried at a temperature that keeps the nutrition in. The water and sugar are taken out in the process, and all that you're left are the nutrition that you need in your body to keep you healthy. They're dried and put into and encapsulated into the capsules, so it makes it really convenient for you to get the full 30 every single day just with a glass of water. Thanks, James. So as well as our capsules, Juice Plus recognise the healthy for the whole family. They want all of the family to be healthy. So with that, they've started this amazing program over 20 years ago. It's now called Healthy Starts for Families. And what they do with this is children can get the either the capsules depending on their age, or if they're between, I think it's 4 and 6, they can get the chewables. So you get the same content as what I've just explained in the capsules, but in chewable form. So children think that they're eating you know, wine gums or sweeties, but they're actually having their you know, fruits and vegetable intake of what they need. So your children are getting things like spinach and kale and all the things that I just mentioned before every single day at a cellular level. So you can imagine the benefits that they're going to have. My daughter's been on this since she was 5. She's now 12, and she hasn't had one day sick since. She's not picked up any sniffle, any cough, anything for you know, over 6 years. Now, the good thing about this is children get them absolutely free when an adult buys the capsules. So and the child has to be between 4 and until they finish full-time education. So it's an amazing program for any parent to get their child on. Thanks, James. And there they are. There's the chewables there. So you can't actually see the chewables there, but they're the bags that they come in. But they should also have a warning with them, because once you start eating them, I've just been talking to someone on the phone now, I can probably eat like, you know, 10, 20 a day because they're just like a bag of sweets. But, you know, it doesn't say that's what you're supposed to have. So just stick to the what it says on the packet. But yeah, absolutely delicious. Thanks, James. And so with the Healthy Starts for Families, there's been over 1.5 million children across the world have taken part in this. Over 96% of them have reported health benefits. And here's some of the other health benefits here. 71% of children consuming less fast foods and soft drinks, 89% more aware of their health, 71% drinking more water, and 61% eating more fruits and vegetables. Now, you know, I don't know if any of you are parents here, but, you know, when I first saw that, I was just like, I've got to get my child on this. And thank God I did, because it benefited her health, you know, hugely. But you can see here at the bottom, eating more fruits and vegetables, why that would be is once what you put in your body craves. So because you're putting such high levels of nutrition into your body, that's what the body starts to crave. So don't be surprised if you go on this and your child, who's always turned their nose up at broccoli and kale and all those greens, suddenly starts saying, "Mummy, can I have some broccoli?" It's very, very common. In fact, 61% common. Thanks, James. So as well as me saying how amazing they are, and whoever put you on the call this evening, we're backed by, we can proudly say that we're the most researched nutritional product in the world, backed by now almost 40 gold standard clinical studies, which is you know, the highest clinical study that you can get. Some of these studies here show they support the immune system, which of course is massively important at the moment. In fact, we've got 4 clinical studies showing that the Juice Plus capsules support the immune system. They help to protect the DNA. They've got a study for skin health. So anybody who takes them will say, "Oh my God, my skin looks so much better," or people will say, "Wow, what have you done to your skin?" So you forget your expensive creams, ladies and gents, and go straight to beauty from within and get those phytonutrients in from the berries and the capsules, because you'll get what they call the Juice Plus glow. I've also got a dental health study, so great for the gums, and also if you've had teeth out, heal much faster, and also protect oxidative stress, and they also help to reduce inflammation, which is, if you've got inflammation, is something that leads to ill health and disease. So you need to keep your you know, inflammation levels down, and there's a clinical proven to do that. So you can see just by the little bit that I've told you this evening how they help to support the health. Thanks, James. So as well as our capsules, fruits and vegetables, we've got our amazing omegas. Now, these are not like any other omegas you've seen, because they're plant-based and they're a blend of omegas 3, 5, 6, 7 and 9. So unlike the fish oils that you normally see, which are 3 and 6 normally, these have got 5 omegas. And you can see here the list of oils that are inside these. And they're absolutely amazing. So they're fantastic for brain health, cardiovascular health, eye health, joints, skin, you know, and every single cell in your body. Your body can't make omega. So you need to get it from a dietary, from your diet, and most people don't get enough through, you know, seeds and oily fish and whatever else, and especially if you're vegan or vegetarian. So these are absolutely perfect, and you don't get the mercuries and the toxins and the plastic residues like you would with regular omegas, and neither do you get that nasty, horrible fishy smell either, because they're all plant-based, and we've missed out the fish. Thanks, James. So as well as our capsules, we've got the complete range, and what that means is it is a complete meal. So whatever you choose here, whether it's the bars, the soup, or the shakes, or the plant protein powder, all of them can be used as a highly nutritious meal should you wish to do so. They've got the right amount of protein you need. I think it's 19 grams of protein. Carbohydrates from root vegetables, protein is as a plant protein, and the fats, vitamins and minerals, but all plant-based and all really super healthy. I make a shake every single day, and honestly they are delicious. I mix with you know, plant milk, put some banana and a bit of extra fruit in, and they can keep you going for hours. You get lots of energy. I know that I've got a glass full of superfoods. I've only got 220 calories in, so they're fantastic for people who are trying to lose weight. You can replace up to 2 meals a day safely. You can have them if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, and they're fantastic for pre and post workout as well. So perfect for a on-the-go meal, or breakfast, or just a healthy meal at home. Thanks, James. And there you go. So it's they either come in the pouches or the little sachets if you want to. Now we're let out, we can go out with our little sachets of shakes. Thanks, James. So as well as our of the products I've just mentioned, we've got our Lift, which is absolutely amazing. So this is for anybody who just wants a natural energy pick-me-up, and as it's called, Lift, it just gives you you know, an instant energy. and it's all plant-based. You don't get any of the chemicals in, or the caffeine from chemicals, or the huge amounts of sugar that are commonly seen in other energy drinks. If you just pop onto the next slide, please, James. You can see here, absolutely full of essential vitamin Bs from mango, guava and lemon peel, and the caffeine is from the yerba mate plant. So no nasties in there. Have this. If you're a tired mum, you've been up all night maybe, or if you've been working too much or whatever reason, have this, and a few minutes later you'll be got your mojo back. They're absolutely fantastic. Thanks, James. So as well as I was saying before, the athletes can take any of the products, and they've been stamped by the quality assurance from Informed Choice. So basically they're completely clean. So any athlete who wanted to take the products, if they got one of the tests, they're absolutely fine. In fact, we've got a lot of athletes and Olympic athletes and elite athletes all over the world who choose the Juice Plus products as their nutritional choice. Thanks, James. So there we go. So we've got the capsules for maintenance, daily support for you and your family. You've got the complete range for controlling your weight, or just a healthy nutrition balanced meal. And you've got the Lift for performance, so just that natural instant energy drink. So that's the full range. If you haven't tried the products, I highly recommend that you give them a go, and like me, be pleasantly surprised and get hooked and never want to go back to how you were feeling before. So just get back to whoever brought you on the call this evening, and they'll be happy to help you further. Thanks, James. Thanks, Sarah.
Oh, thanks so much, Paula. I really appreciate that. So I'll tell you a little bit about my product story really briefly. So I started on the products and on the business 4 years ago now, although it feels like it was yesterday. And I started because I was overweight. I had a horrendous diet, even though at the time I probably would have told you that I had a reasonably healthy diet. And I was also suffering really badly with depression and anxiety. And due to some family health issues, I'd had to leave my regular sort of full-time 9-to-5 accountancy. So I really was in a bit of a dark place, and I was isolating myself at home. And I didn't know I was looking for Juice Plus. I didn't know I was looking for a from-home business opportunity. But like maybe some of you that joined the call this evening, when I came across it on Facebook, I was like, wow, what's this? It looks really intriguing. So I saw people that were having a ridiculous amount of fun, that were losing weight, or, they're not all about weight loss, as we said, but just really improving their health, improving their finances, making money, making friends. And it just at first seemed a little bit too good to be true. So it took me 8 months to say yes, which I hate to admit, but I did finally say yes. And I joined the business and the products on the same day. And I personally always recommend doing it that way, because I think the best way for you to build a business is for you to use the products and share your personal journey, and that is when people will know, like and trust you, and they'll want to join you on plan. So over the past 4 years, I'm not even sure how many promotions I've hit, but more importantly, I've lost 4 stone on the product. Oh, no, sorry, 5 stone on the products. I no longer take any medication for depression, anxiety. I've got my confidence back. I've built an amazing team. We have incredible events. We've got great friendships. We travel all over the place. And now I'm that person who says, actually, you might watch and say, no, that sounds like it's too good to be true. But honestly, it's not. And this is the best thing I've ever done, obviously, other than my children and all of that jazz. That this has given me the opportunity to work from home. My son's got special needs and goes to special needs school, so I couldn't do the regular 9-to-5 job. And I don't have a boss. I don't have to commute. I don't pay any childcare fees. If you're a mum and you've got a child in nursery, I'm sure you can appreciate that childcare costs are really ridiculous. And I just get to work from home every single day. I work around my children. I earn more now than I have when I was working 40 hours plus in an office that I hated, by the way, and with a boss that I hated. I probably shouldn't say that, but hopefully this never gets and I just absolutely love it. I'm so thankful for this business. I'm so grateful for this business. I'm like a Juice Plus crazy woman. I share it with everyone that I bump into. I'm always shouting about it, because you know, say for instance during the COVID, my partner, his whole work was completely wiped out and he's self-employed. So for me to be able to take over from my Juice Plus franchise that I started for 50 quid 4 years ago, pay all of our family expenses and bills and, you know, money left over, that is why I'm so grateful for this business. And I think right now it's even more important to have a plan B business and to have an extra income. Even if you do work full time, nothing is as secure or stable as we think, unfortunately. So that's a little bit about me, and I'll move on swiftly, otherwise I'll keep you all night because I'm the crazy Juice Plus lady, as my family call me. But up next we have got the lovely Carl, who is going to tell you all about his business journey.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me okay? Because I'm on headphones.
I can hear you perfectly.
Excellent. Thanks for having me. And hi, everyone. I'm not as experienced in the business as these guys. They've been part of Juice Plus for a good few years now. And I must say, you are looking incredible, by the way. You're looking really good. Skin looking great as well. And my skin getting 10 times better as well. And I only found the company a few months ago when actually lockdown hit. And I'm self-employed as well. And I'd literally had no more income. And one of my friends who I work with turned around to me and said, look, well, I'm going to be working online full time now with a company called Juice Plus. And I was like, all right, come on, tell me about it. And in half an hour on a train ride back from an event, she did what we call the napkin presentation and just basically explained how the business works, how it can make you money in your spare time, but more importantly, how it's got her healthier and made her friends healthier. And I was just very intrigued. As a very unhealthy young man, the kind who, I say this every week, but the kind who takes the lettuce and tomato off burgers, I was desperately in need of something that was going to basically make my skin glow rather than look grey every day from the kind of lifestyle I was living. I used to be in a rock band, so you can imagine the kind of things I used to get up to and the kind of crazy life I was living with no sun and no health in my life. But anyway, I came across these incredible products, right? And one of the best things was, I was like, right, look, listen, I don't believe none of this with these products, so let me try them myself. So I tried them. Within 10 days, I started to get an actual color back in my skin. I started to get clearer forehead and clearer back. I have back acne, which is completely gone. And I actually managed to get the freebies for my, which have just arrived today, by the way, my second round for my niece and my nephew. And it really started helping all my friends and family. And along the way, while I'm helping them, I'm starting to make money on the side. And I was like, whoa, this is mad. Because I literally couldn't pay my rent. I was going to be at the point where I wouldn't have been able to pay my rent. I'm going to end up moving in with my mum and dad. And it's not the best look when you're married to be moving back in with your mum and dad, right? And luckily, Juice Plus managed to pay my rent throughout the whole of COVID. Now, luckily, I'm back working as well as doing my Juice Plus at the same time. But honestly, it really helped. And the biggest thing I can say, I mean, I love all the products. They've done incredible things for my friends, my family. And the fact that it's bringing me in more money is great. But right now, I can honestly say, and I just want to follow up on what you were saying, Sarah, is what are you going to do? What are we all going to do if this happens again? I mean, I was in a customer-facing role. I was doing exhibitions, which, let's be honest, even if they start again, they could stop again within an instant. I've got friends who work in hospitality who, you know, they don't have holiday days to cover every time someone comes in who might have symptoms and then the whole place has to close down again. And I don't want to focus on that, but it's such a helping hand to have that extra little bit on the side and knowing that you're feeling the best you can feel and looking the best you can look. And you're meeting all these new people and building this big support group around the world. And it's just mad. It's such a crazy journey. You go from never hearing about a product and never hearing about the company to 3 months down the line and, you know, you've brought in some money, you look better, you feel better, and you're just incredibly happy to share this with anyone who will listen. And when I say anyone who will listen, right, this is how much I'm happy to share the product with as many people as possible. I got a telesales call about life insurance, right? And I turned around, I was like, listen, I don't even get sick. I don't even get sick anymore. So you don't even need to talk to me about it. But tell you what, I'll listen to your pitch. And at the end, you ask me why I don't get sick anymore. So she goes on and on and on. I ended up buying off her because she was actually a really nice young lady. But then right at the end of the call, she'd remembered, she said, Carl, go on, you were going to tell me why you don't get sick. I said, well, I take a product called Juice Plus. Let me tell you about it. I'm going to show you. Anyway, to cut a long story short, within 48 hours, her mum became one of my first customers. And I'd never met this girl before. She just happened to be a telesales agent that I introduced to the company, introduced to the website. And her mum was having skin difficulties, and she was getting, she's got thyroid things, and she went for the berries, first of all, which really helped with like inflammation and the antioxidants and skin. And then she came back after a month or so and wanted the capsules because she wanted to get it, the freebies for a niece or nephew. So it just goes to show that, you know, I didn't necessarily know a million people, and I don't necessarily, you know, okay, I'll put it this way. All the people I know could not fill the O2 Arena. All right. But I know enough people to fill the seats around me. I then know that they know enough people to fill the seats around them. And that's how this business works. You enjoy something, you tell other people about it, they enjoy it, and they tell other people about it. And then we all look better, feel better, start earning money, and feel incredible. And I'm going to cut it short there, and I'm going to pass back and say thank you for listening. And whoever brought you on this call, reach out to them, because for the sake of 50 quid and looking better and feeling better, you've absolutely nothing to lose, right? Absolutely nothing to lose. But thank you very much for the time. And yeah.
Thanks so much, Carl. That was amazing. And it's so, so true. And just on that point really quickly, something that I have said, people say to me so often, especially in this past week or so, is I know people that do Juice Plus though. My neighbour does Juice Plus, so I'm not going to be able to build a business because my neighbour's doing Juice Plus. And I say to them, you know, there's billions of people on Facebook. Oh, that's right, I'm sure it is. It's like 1.7 might be wrong. And there's all these people on Facebook, and we predominantly build our business on social media. So the fact that you know 3 or 4 people or even 10 people that do Juice Plus should definitely not be, you know, a reason for you not to start your franchise. And I always stress the point that if I relied solely on my immediate friends and family to build my business, you'd go out of business pretty quickly because you'd run out of those people. So, you know, we obviously use techniques and stuff to build our network on social media and things like that. So if that is something that's holding you back, please don't let it, because there's more than enough Juice Plus to go. And I just had to say, because you said about the napkin presentation, that's this book, isn't it? And it's literally the one that I recommend everybody. And that's the thing with this business, there's so many tools to help you get started on your journey, and there's so much support to help you. So anyway, so thank you so much, Carl. That was amazing. And up next we have got Kerry. Where's Kerry? You just need to unmute yourself if you click on the bottom.
There we go. no, mute. Hi everybody, my name's Kerry, and I recently celebrated my 2nd anniversary in the business, and it's been an incredible journey. So I'll start you off 2 years ago in 2018. It was around February time, and my husband was an alcoholic, and his health was getting worse and worse and worse, and it was in about February that he was diagnosed with alcoholic dementia. So he was 42, and I was going off to work every day, not knowing if my husband was going to be alive when I got home, not knowing if he would have just walked out of the house, not know where he was, and get hit by a car, because that used to happen a lot. He was passing out 10 to 15 times a day. He was losing his vocabulary, and the doctors explained that it was because his liver was struggling so much that his brain wasn't getting the vitamin B that it needed to build those synapses and connections, and his brain was basically atrophying. And they said he had about 2 years left to live. And I was in a very desperate place. I had lost control over everything. I've got 3 children. I was the breadwinner. I'm trying to hold the family together, scared about what would happen to my husband. And I felt like I had no control over anything in my life anymore. My husband was not interested in giving up drinking. That was not ever going to happen. So I came across the Juice Plus product through a friend of mine, and it was really about the weight loss for me, because I had no control over anything else in my life, and I just wanted something I could control, and I really needed to lose some weight. So I bought some boosters from her, and then started looking at some of the other products. And because I'd studied the liver so much with my husband, I realized and appreciated how important it was, if he wasn't going to not drink, to at least support his liver with some good nutrition. And I really wanted the capsules, but I couldn't afford them. And I was talking to my best friend who's not in the business and still is not in the business. She's a customer of mine now, but she's not in the business. And she said to me, Kerry, why don't you join? And because distributors will get a discount, right? You must get something for distributing it. And I thought she'd lost her freaking marbles. And I said to her, I don't have the time. I work full time. I've got another job. I've got the kids. I've got Rob so unwell. Anyway, but I thought about it. She planted this little seed. And the more I looked at the capsules, the more like I wanted them for Rob. And so I asked the lady that I was getting my products from about the business. And I went on a presentation very similar to this. And I looked at these people talking, and no offense to anyone, but I thought, these people are not that like special. They're not that bright. They're not that educated. They're just normal people. And if they can do it, then why can't I do it? Like, why not? So I came downstairs and I told my husband that I was going to invest £50 and I was going to start my own business. He thought I'd lost it as well. He said, you're mad, but I did it. And I got him these capsules. I got myself capsules, and they arrived. And I said to him, Rob, you're going to take 2 of these every morning. And he said to me, what are they? And I said, they're fruit and veg. And he said, what are they going to do? And I went, I don't know, but you're going to take them. And he just laughed at me. And I said, Rob, seriously, you either take these tablets or I'm going to shove them up your bum. But one way or another, you're getting that nutrients into your body. And so he started taking them, and I started taking mine. And about 6 weeks later, we were talking, and he said to me, I don't know why you insist I take these tablets. And I said to him, Rob, when was the last time you passed out? And he was like, oh, yeah, that was a couple of weeks ago. Well, he stopped passing out. His vocabulary came back, and his quality of life was just so much better. Now, unfortunately, he was still an alcoholic, and that wasn't going to change. And he passed away in January of this year, so about 6 months ago. And he had a massive brain hemorrhage, and he died. And, that was an awful thing. But I will tell you one thing. I joined this business because I needed that little bit of extra income. I knew he was going to die at some point, and I was going to have to be able to support my children. But I also, it just was something to do, something to focus on and something to control. But I never realized the friendships and the connections that I would make in this business. And, I've lost Rob, and we went through a very difficult, time over the last 18 months, but his quality of life was so much better. I have so much more energy. I'm healthier. My children are both on the capsules because they get them for free, which is amazing. And, it has made such a difference, but also I've created amazing friendships with an amazing team of people. I wasn't looking for friends, but I found family, and they've all helped me so much in this journey in these last 6 months. And I'm so grateful that I have this thing in my life. It is my little beacon of hope. And it is the thing that I love to do every single day, because I'm making a difference in other people's lives, and it's made such a difference in mine. And if you love people and you just want to help people, it is so the thing for you. Thank you so much.
Oh, Kerry, that's an absolutely incredible story. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing that with us. And firstly, sorry for your loss. But what you said this evening, and what so many people say, is that the friendships and the support network that you get from this business is just like nothing that you've ever experienced before. Yes. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Kerry.
Thank you for having me.
Up next, we have got our wonderful Howard. Oh, that's so cute. Is that a son? I'm sorry. That's so sweet. Is that your son? Oh, sorry.
Not mine.
No, Kerry's son came and gave her a big hug. That was really sweet. Sorry. Hi, Howard.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening. Well, I'll tell you something. I've learned something else tonight that I didn't realise, Kerry, that you could actually threaten people by using Juice Plus capsules as a suppository. But hey, that's each their own. Well, don't try it at home though. There are other ways, more conventional ways of taking it, of course. Now, my story is nothing quite as elaborate, perhaps, as either Kerry or Carl. I came across the products a long time ago when they were first released, but the timing wasn't quite right for me to actually progress with the business back then. But it was around 6 or 7 years ago when an old friend of mine got in touch with me. His timing was perfect for two reasons. First of all, I committed to a big cycling, an alpine event. So I was a keen amateur cyclist. The following July, he contacted me in about November, and I knew the quality of the nutrition would underpin the training that I was going to have to undertake. I also figured that after 20 years had elapsed from having first come across Juice Plus, I figured that there would be some extra products and additional products that would be of use to me, and I found that to be the case. The Complete that Paula described was fantastic, or is fantastic for post-exercise recovery, and is a very versatile product in its own right. But I also found his timing was perfect because I had my own business back then. I used to be importing and distributing wine, but my business was faltering. And if I was honest, I probably should have closed it down sooner than I did. So I was very much looking for a plan B. And everything I realized when I actually did my due diligence, when I saw the science that I found really compelling, I found that that we gave the product to children for free, which was absolutely amazing. I then started, I thought, yep, the products, let's start taking them. I immediately found I had more energy. My better half, Paula, whom a number of you will know, she suffered from IBS quite badly. She got over that within 2 to 3 months, and touch wood, that's not come back. And I have a new product story only this week. A few of you may have seen that I'm back cycling again, and I had a bit of a tumble last Saturday, and got knocked about quite badly. Nothing major, but a few bumps and bruises. And I was recommended, and I had it in mind anyway, to actually double my capsule intake. In other words, instead of taking 2 of each every day, to take 4 of each every day. And the healing process that has undergone since then actually falls in line with one of the scientific studies that, in particular, that Juice Plus has. But in the space of 5 days, my injuries have recovered significantly. Certainly the superficial cuts and grazes that I've had, the bumps and bruises internally are taking a little bit longer, but they are being helped by this amazing thing. But often some of the things that are most effective are incredibly simple. And we have something that is basically fruits, vegetables, berries in a capsule. They've had the water, most of the sugar, the sugar and most of the fiber removed. It's the micronutrients that you and your body's organs need to function effectively, and to help you heal, to help you create more energy in your body. They are just amazing. So if you haven't tried them, you're just looking, give yourself a 4-month trial. Give yourself 90 to 120 days of taking Juice Plus every day and see what it does for you. And for me, I'll just keep on recommending forever. It's just that simple.
Oh, thank you so much, Howard. I'm so sorry to hear about your bike accident. I hope you're okay.
These things happen.
Don't overdo it. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Story. And up next, we have got our lovely Katie. I hope.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm really good, thank you. I went back to work this week, so last week, and yeah, it's been a bit crazy trying to get back into the whole work regime after being off for 4 months.
Back to reality. We've wished for it to come back, and now it's back. We're like, oh.
Yeah, and I have to say actually, which ties in with the whole business story really, that 4 months off just doing my Juice Plus business has been rather remarkable, and I've loved every second. And going back to an actual physical job has been really, really tough, and kind of makes me want to not do it anymore. So my story basically started probably about 5 to 6 years ago now, and mine was a product story at first. I had really, really bad skin, and I was desperate for some help. I'd been to the doctors over the course of 2 years, and they'd given me lots of different medications. They were basically guessing what was wrong with me. They were giving me medications and telling me to come back in 8 weeks' time to see, if my skin was still bad. And absolutely nothing worked. Got to the end of my tether, ended up crying in the doctor's surgery, just saying, well, what is wrong with me? Because they were just literally giving me like a plaster to put over the wound, and I just said, look, what is the actual cause of this? And the doctor just literally shrugged his shoulders and just went, I just don't know. And so then I went on my sort of own personal journey to try and you know, like fix my skin really. But actually, as we all know, you know, and as I found out on my journey, that, you know, all health really starts in the gut. And I didn't have a good diet. I was treating my body the way I'd always treated my body, eating the things that I'd eaten and drunk the things I'd drunk in my 20s, and I just turned 40. And you know, there's something's got to give eventually, and you really can't, you know, I certainly couldn't carry on the way I was. So yeah, Juice Plus came into my life. I was skeptical about it, like most people. You don't, you know, how it's funny, isn't it, how you take something from a doctor tells you to take something for 8 weeks and you just take it, whereas someone else is telling you about a completely healthy natural product, and you're like, I'm a bit skeptical about this. And it's just crazy how our brains are set. But yeah, so anyway, I was skeptical, but I thought, you know, what have I got to lose? I've tried everything from the doctors, and yeah, within 8 weeks my skin had completely healed. It's only got better. That was on the trio at the time. There wasn't the Omegas. I started taking Omegas the year that it came out, and it's only got better, and I'll never be without those 4 products. They are I don't use any posh skincare. I literally put lavender oil on my face, and I look younger than I've ever looked. My skin glows, and it's just brought my confidence back massively. So yeah, so that's my skin story. All my family's on the products as well. I've also lost weight. You know, it's just an all-round health sort of program really. And as for the business, I absolutely love the business. As Kerry was saying, it brings you massive friendships and family, sort of, you know, going away for the weekends and all of the sort of parties and all that kind of stuff is amazing. But for me, the business really came into its own in lockdown, when I was stripped from being able to earn a living in any other way, and it really, really, really saved my bacon. It paid for my rent, and I couldn't thank it enough. And like I said, I'm going to be trying to find ways of doing my Juice Plus business solely in the future. That's me.
I absolutely love that. Thank you so much. And I think it has been such a real shock for people who have had to go back to work, but especially if you've been able to, like you said, and like Carl said, Juice Plus has been able to pay your bills over these few months. Only imagine that you're now like, I don't want to do this. Or not, you know, not to that extreme, but
yeah
stay at home and, you know, earn a Wi-Fi wage, and that's it. And I say there's no way I could go back to working in an office having experienced this now.
100%. Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. Up next we have got our lovely Lauren Gordon. I hope. Where is she? Are you on, Lauren? Sorry, let me scoop through, see if I can find her. I don't know if she is. 1 second. Maybe not. Perhaps she's having some connection issues. We'll leave Lauren for now, and hopefully we can come back to her if she is on the call or she manages to get back on. So up next we have got Georgina McCormack. I'm really, really excited about this.
Hi,
how are you?
I'm good, thank you. What an amazing call. I didn't think I'd be crying on this call tonight, but Kerry, oh my God, when your son hugged you, I was bawling. Like, it was just such a beautiful moment when he just came in and hugged you. I could cry again now, but your story was incredible. But yeah, I was the one crying.
Don't worry, I'm usually, I think last week I almost had a breakdown on this call. I was actually quite
embarrassed.
Do you want to just tell us about your incredible business and product journey?
Yeah, so I've been in the business for 6.5 years, which is mental. I I know you said no for 8 months, and I'm really happy you said that because not many people have that. I said no for 6 months. So if you sat on the fence for a while, like, I get it, it's normal. And I think for me, I was saying no because I didn't really get the business. I literally thought my cousin invented the whole business and products. That's how naive I was to the whole concept. And but I think looking back, I was saying no to myself because I didn't have the confidence at the time. So I was a young mum when I joined the business, and I was literally looking for something that I could do around my little boy, because I didn't want to go back to work. I was going for all these job interviews. Well, he was 2 at the time, and I kind of had milked the whole maternity stage. And I was going for these jobs I didn't want to do. Like, these were not jobs I was interested in. It was literally a fact of trading time for money. But after paying for childcare, I would have literally made about £200. And I was like, well, I can't live with that. Like, what is the point? So yeah, this came to me at the right time, but I didn't really get it. So yeah, I said no. Thankfully I said yes. I regret saying no. It was like waste of time, but it is what it is. I said yes, and I got on the products, like similar to you, got on the products at the same time. For me, it was I wasn't going on like some big health journey, but I needed to be healthier because I was really tired all the time. Like, I slept all the time. But looking back, I didn't realize how bad my health is. Until you change your health, you just think, oh, this is just life. You're supposed to feel crap all the time, and you're really not. You're supposed to feel good, and the majority of the population have no idea how their bodies are supposed to feel because they just live off crap. So I used to always suffer from really bad skin ever since I was a teen. Nothing ever worked, tried absolutely everything. I got on the capsules, and within 3 weeks my skin was clear for the first time in my life, or ever since being a teen. And I was like, oh my God. And it's been clear ever since. I don't have bad skin anymore. The only thing I changed was getting on the capsules. So for me, it was a no-brainer. Like, I was like, oh my God, I love them. They're the best things ever. Started raving about that on social media like we do. It's the same as if you were to go to a restaurant and you loved it and you share it on social media. This is exactly the same. If you get on the products, you love them, you share them, you tell your friends about them, you tell your family about them, you post it on your Instagram, and that's literally how you build business. I hit my first promotion in my first month, SP in my second month. Then I kind of just still didn't really get what I was doing, and I went to my first convention. So if anyone's been to a convention, they are a game changer. I was SP at the time. I left that convention, and 90 days later I hit NMD because I saw people on that stage from normal backgrounds, average people. Like, no one was given anything. The only thing they were given was an opportunity, and they ran with that opportunity, and they decided they're going to go and change their life. And I was like, well, I can do that. If they can, I can. And that's literally how I saw this business. So I ran with it. My life changed within 6 months of joining. I've never had to go back to work. I've had a little girl since. She's now 3. I've never, again, didn't have to worry about maternity or anything with her. Like, my whole life changed because of this business, and it's had my back so many times. And since lockdown, like, again, it had my back again and again and again. It's always got my back. Lockdown was just a weird situation, but I didn't have to worry. Like, my business is built. I continue building, and I bring on loads of people throughout lockdown that again, then it had their back. And I was like, oh my God, this is just the most amazing opportunity. And that's why we keep doing what we're doing. And sometimes if you've been invited to the call, it's because someone sees potential in you that you may not yet see in yourself. But it's just one of those businesses, you have to give it a go, and you never know where it's going to take you. Like, I came into it wanting £200. With my first month I made like £600, so it already exceeded my expectations. But it's gone up and up and up ever since, and it's literally changed my whole world. It's been incredible, and I just can't believe it's been 6.5 years. It's mental. Like, not as long as James, but I'm getting there.
Oh, Georgina, that was amazing. And honestly, that made me feel a bit emotional. That firstly, wow, that you hit the NMD in 90 days. But secondly, when you're saying about, you know, this business has enabled you to be a full-time mum and it changed your life in such a quick space of time as well.
Yeah, like it literally allowed me to be the mum I wanted to be. Like I always wanted to be really present and never miss a moment. Like I'm a bit obsessed with my kids as much as they're annoying me now. But I also really, really wanted to be successful in my own right. Like I was always a really ambitious kid. And then I had my little boy quite young. And then I thought, oh my God, I still need to succeed. I still need to do everything I said I was going to do. And this was that vehicle to me being the mum I wanted to be, but also being successful in my own right. So honestly, it's just the best of both worlds. And it's just amazing where it can lead you. And everyone gets the same opportunity. It's up to you what you do with it. But it's just limitless to what you can do.
So true. And I know it sounds so cringe, but I find myself saying to people such a lot of the time that not that this business is just for women. You're going to hear from James in a minute, and we heard from Howard, but like it's 2020. Women, you really can have it all. You don't now have to choose between being a full-time mum or having a successful career or running your business. Because of network marketing, you really can do it all.
You really can. And it's like, I wish I found this at 18, but I'm glad I found it when I did anyway. But I just think it's the most insane opportunity, and it's so hard to explain though until you're involved. There's so much more to it. Like I joined for the money. I'm very honest about that. Like I was skint. But what it gave me was so much more, like the friendships I've made, like the people I've met, like the whole journey and the person you become along the way. Like my confidence is like sky high now compared to how it was when I started. Like I was a shell of the person I am now. But it's because of this business and the growth you go through, and it's just never ending. Like it's just amazing.
Oh, Jenny, I agree with everything that you said, and thank you so much for coming on this call.
You're so welcome. I've loved it.
Every week now, I think. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And up next, not last but not least, we have got our wonderful James.
Yeah, well, hi everyone. I'm going to be really quick now because I know that everybody's been so wonderfully patient and the stories have just been unbelievable. And so thank you everyone for sharing from your heart. So exciting. Anyway, so just very quickly, I saw this in 1987. Yes. A long time ago, 1987, I saw it in Dallas, Texas, and a friend of mine invited me to go along with a presentation, and I was just like amazed. I was blown away by what I saw, and part of me thought there's no way I can do this, but the other part of me said, you've got to do this, because this is your opportunity. And I just could immediately see it. I saw one massive word emblazoned over the stage when I saw the presentation. There were 500 people in the room, believe it or not. So this is, before social media, before everything, this was when everything was offline. And I saw one massive word, freedom. Freedom to never have to work for anyone ever again. And I'd already worked for 2 years and I thought, forget it, I absolutely do not want to do this. And so I was quite fortunate that I saw it so early. But I came back and I got going with it in 1988. And I've got to say, I didn't necessarily find it the simplest thing in the world to do, but I absolutely loved every minute. I loved it. And once I got over the fact that people were going to say no to me, and once I was prepared to take the no's, I blasted my way forward. And that was the critical point for me. And so within 3 years, I had turned my annual income that I used to have in my job into a monthly income. So really that says it all. And I was just blown away. I thought, wow, how is this possible? But it's all there for all of us, because at the end of the day, the market is huge. Everybody's ready. And of course, with the current scenario, it couldn't possibly be more open. So, for anyone looking at it for the first time, I mean, you've got to give this a serious look. Whatever you do, don't go off this call and say, well, that was interesting. Don't. Whatever you do, make sure that you really, really go for this, because this is it. I'm so proud of the company. I'm so proud of all the people on the call, but we've only just begun. So this is the perfect timing for you. Back to Sarah.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you so much, James. Your story is incredible. And thank you to all of our lovely guest speakers this evening. It's been absolutely amazing. And it's so nice to always have such a big variety of people as well, just to see that you can join this business and be from any walk of life, from any background. You don't need any qualifications or previous experience. You know, anyone can do this business. So hope you've enjoyed it, and pop whoever invited you on the call a message and they will give you some more information on getting signed up. Good night, everybody.
Take care. Bye.